Another day, another part of the build. Today I have to go to Home Depot because I want to replace my window trim. I did it with a skill saw. I tried to cut my 45s with a skill saw, and now that I have a nice compound miter saw, I'm gonna redo the trim up here because it's quite horrible. I don't even want to put it on video yet. I'll wait till I'm finished. I gotta get some plumbing supplies for this sink because I gotta measure how high my drain has to be to go into the sink before I finish building my shelf right here, and also the hand wash sink. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I also have a couple of the things on my list to get at Home Depot. I forgot I already have all my electrical connectors for my box. Let me see here. Got my electrical connectors for so I can go ahead and start running these lines because I'm gonna have to put them in before I put my cabinets up, and I might be able to tack my electrical boxes on the wall as well. But before I put the cabinets up, I'm gonna go ahead and run my wiring. I have to run the wiring up in here first and place my electrical panels. Not panels, but the boxes. I actually have to place the boxes where I want them to go. Okay, I kind of forgot to pick up the camera and do a lot of filming of this plumbing situation, but I almost got it figured out. So now I have the hand wash sink up, and I just have to run the plumbing to it. And I have a lot of the plumbing for the triple sink. That's going to be the spout. I'm going to put a trap about right here before it goes into the tank. It's going to go into the tank. The tank is actually going to be elevated just a little bit off the ground. But funny story, I actually bought all these parts, had the wrong spout, and took everything back to Home Depot only to realize I had to change the spout and not the parts. So I returned everything only to go right back to Home Depot and buy everything again. I purchased this spout, but it's actually the wrong size. It's not a standard size, but it fits on the thread of all my sinks. So I just had to get a different spout to go over the thread of the sink. Fits up under there like that, and then I'll 45 straight to the wall, run it over to that height, which is good enough, 45 right here, and that'll be the hand wash sink. Oh, and I cleaned up my trim a little bit, so it's looking a lot better, a lot more uniform. That corner's a little messed up, but I think that's from behind. I don't know if that's from behind or on the front, but I cleaned it up a little bit. Looks a lot better. And this is my shelf that's gonna sit right here, and it sits right in between here, so it's basically gonna bump up against this. But I'm thinking about getting a piece of clear plexi or something to cover so splash doesn't get onto the electrical equipment. And as far as electrical, that's probably going to be the next thing I'm going to run, only because I don't want to put the cabinets up before I run the electrical. Box right here, a box right here, and several boxes on this side. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, this is just a rough draft of how the PVC situation is looking. It's going to run downhill, elbow right there. That's what it looks like underneath the 3-bay sink into the wastewater. Okay, I kind of got my shelf nailed up in position. That's the underside. That's the drain. It's looking good. I don't have it completely nailed yet, but it's pretty much just what it's looking like so far. I got room to move the sink over just a little bit more so I can put a partition in between there. I might do the same thing on this side. It's getting late, but that's about what we're working with today. I'm possibly thinking about, once I finish all of this woodwork, enclosing everything in, even around the sink, just enclosing in, making it look a little neat. Maybe put some doors on it so you can access underneath the sink. I shouldn't have to access it too much. So what I'm going to do with this section, so what I'm going to have to do right here is, out of that drain right there, that one, I'll probably bring it over to here, go through the floor, and then take it to the non-service side where I empty my water at. I still got to nail this sink down too. I might do that right now. Might be the last thing I do this weekend. But everything's looking good though. This is the shelving that I'll keep. I'll probably put something right here to stop things from sliding. Put a couple dividers in there, but I'll be able to put extra rolls of receipt paper, menus, napkins, forks. I can put that type of stuff right here. I'll have a shelf on the outside for that type of stuff too, but just I can put it in the bag right here for customers. I finally got everything fitted the way I need it to be. Here's the main drain. Comes this way, goes into the waste tank, gray water tank. And as you can see, I got a nice amount of fall under here to my hand wash sink. So now that I got it pretty much fitted the way that I want it to be, now that I got it pretty much fitted the way that I want it to be, I got this nice and sturdy. Kind of had to shim the bottom a little bit. I'll probably cabinet this area off a little bit or something. Put something so you can't really see this. But standing up and looking at it, this is pretty much how it's gonna look. Hand wash sink right there. Dish sink, wash, rinse, sanitize over there. And I guess I can go ahead and start gluing the majority of these parts under here. I'll probably just leave this piece. It is looking like a mess. I can't wait till I'm finally finished. I still have to get the board on top, but I'm working on this today. I'm gonna get the FRP up today, get this up so then I can nail the components that I need on that side, electrical and water. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna run the gas. of getting dark on me. Well, not too dark. It's 7:33, but it's light is fading, so and mosquitoes are coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day for today. But I did finish the FRP on the walls up here. So then my electrical panel is going right here, and the water, hot water, tankless water heater is going right here. And yeah, it's looking kind of good. It's brighter over there now because that wood was kind of absorbing all the colors. And then this is the generator box. I'm going to put the FRP on this side, and then the opposite side, I got to let these two dry before I go adjusting them and putting the edge on it like this one. It's got the little edge on it. And then I'm going to caulk everything. I'm going to caulk all these seams. I got electrical stuff running up in here. So it's Saturday. Got pretty good, pretty far. So tomorrow the goal is to, I'm gonna start running my electrical. I gotta run it up in here. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it because I put the vent hood up first, but I think I have 7 receptacles altogether. 3 things will be tied in, or things that can't be disconnected when I'm operating, which is the vent hood and the 2 refrigerators. Everything else is kind of, well, the vent hood, 2 refrigerators, and then of course the cash machine. That's got to be tied in 100% too. But then everything else can be optional. Any other appliances that I have, they can be optional. So my cabinet, I'm gonna put a cabinet right here, but I gotta run the electrical first. I don't think I'm gonna butt the cabinet to the ceiling just because it makes it more difficult, because the vent hood actually has to be butted to the ceiling for support, but this cabinet doesn't. So yeah, it shouldn't have to. I should be able to put enough screws in it to hold. It's just gonna hold bread and stuff like that. But I'm gonna put the cabinet up after I gotta run the water lines all the way to that corner and then down, and then I'll run the electrical. I'll have an electrical box. I figure I'm gonna put them kind of high. I'll put one on each side of the window, so that should work. Only thing that's really going over here is right here is the cash register. That has to be powered. And eventually I'll get another appliance that's actually a warmer that keeps food hot so I can serve it faster. But I don't have to start with that. It's like a $1,500 item, so I'll just wait on that one. But everything else I pretty much have. All right, I finished another major component of this build. This is the drawer slider that I've been dreading to make. These are 500-pound drawer sliders. This thing was a nightmare. I should have got some video of me making it, but I literally got a headache thinking about this thing. So basically, the generator sits up on here. I don't got it tied in yet. I need some help to screw it in place at the same time. But basically, the generator can slide out and sit outside, be serviced, put gas in it, and all that type of stuff. I can actually leave it out like this and let it run. Like I said, this thing is 500-pound capacity. The generator is only 209. I actually put my body weight on it to see if it'll hold, and I don't even have it completely tied in yet, and it was able to hold me. I'm 230 pounds, I believe, last time I checked. Yeah, I just got to get some help so I can screw on the other side and tighten these bolts, because I can't do them from out here. I got lock nuts because I don't want this stuff to come loose. So, but yeah, this is how I envisioned it. I didn't get any video of me welding. I had to weld this little frame together, and then I had to screw it on to the slider, and then I had to put it all together before I actually put it in, because of the way these things go together. The way you have to put the bolts in, you got to put them in on the inside. So once I tighten these up, then it'll slide the way it's supposed to. These are kind of stopping it from sliding, but it slides a little bit right now, as you can see. It's pretty much what I wanted. Okay, so what I got done today is kind of late, so I gotta have all this lighting up in here now. It's actually dark outside. I got the hot and cold ran underneath here next to the drain lines. Just ran up there. And comes up here. Well, I will run it across the trailer all the way to that end, and then do all my water stuff over there for the pump and the fresh water tank. So as far as today, I still got Sunday to work. It's only Saturday. And since everybody's on lockdown, Lowe's and everybody's closing early, so I'm having trouble going to go get stuff. Hopefully you're staying safe out there. Washing your hands. This will pass, and then we'll build immunity to it, and it'll probably be a season like the flu. So as far as up here goes, I think I'm gonna end up putting an electrical box about right here and about right here. The cash register and everything is gonna sit right here. So I think I'm gonna put an electrical box right here for the cash register. Powers the printer and the printer and the cash register itself. The square machine, it powers both of them. So I just need one receptacle right here, and then the other receptacle is going to be on this side for my other appliance, but that'll come later, so I won't even really be using this one. Actually, I actually might put it over on this side. And this is my electrical conduit that I'll be using. I got more than enough. Yeah, this is some good stuff, and I just have to run it. I have the refrigerator needs to be powered, the vent hood, and the fire suppression system, but none of that takes a whole lot of power. Actually, I gotta add all this stuff up, but I have more than enough power to power everything. And then I have to finish my cabinets. This is one of them right here. And then I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with this back wall. I know I'm gonna put FRP on it, but with this wall or this window sitting here, I kind of wanted a get your food from this side though. But this is kind of thick, and I like it like that. This is 3/4 plywood on here, and I like it that it's thick like that. So I didn't know if I wanted to put a window on here or just use this window. I'm not against just using one window. I know some people say, hey, there should be a order window and a pickup window, but I'm not against not having a pickup window if I don't choose to go that route, because then I'll probably end up putting cabinetry, extra cabinetry back here, maybe a cabinet up this way or something like this that I built, but build something else to hold some extra supplies or something. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not against not having a window back here. You know, you don't need to have it all. I don't need to have it all. So if you come to the window, this window's 3 feet wide, so you order here, step to the side, social distance yourself, and come get your food, you know. So I got my electrical boxes pretty much where I want them. This one I don't think I'm going to use as often. It's for when I'm stopped and I got certain appliances plugged up, maybe a meat slicer or something like that. This one goes to the refrigerator. That's going to be its permanent plug. I got it ran up around this way, and all my wires are going to converge right here to the panel box right here. This one is also a permanent one. I got it sitting right here, basically where this spot is. This is where the refrigerator is going to go. So the refrigerator is going to be about this tall, a little bit more than half the height of the trailer. I don't need a super huge fridge, but a decent fridge will do. I think it's like $500 fridge or something like that. But this one's going to be pretty much the fridge's constant power. There goes my piping. I haven't finished. I'm going to come down with the water lines, and then I got a bunch of stuff to do right here. I just haven't done it yet. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I will. There goes my conduit for the electrical. This plug right here is going right next to the window, is going to be for the cash register and the printer. I think they both have to be plugged up. And then I have this one right here, which won't be used all the time either, and it's going to go for the appliance that's going to sit under here, which is going to be the food warmer. So I wanted to clean up the floor a little bit, kind of get things off the floor. When you do that, you actually got a lot of room in here. I have a 7-foot ceiling height, so I'm 6'7", so I got more than enough ceiling height. I'll probably somewhere up in this range put one of those RV vent fans, 12-volt vent fans, to suck extra heat out, because the main cooking surface is going to be right here. You got the fryer and the griddle that's going to be sitting right here. I got the griddle in my shed. That thing is super heavy, so I don't want to bring it in here till I'm ready. So after I finish doing the electrical and the plumbing, then I gotta make a rack for this, because it's gonna go on the other side of this wall. I gotta make a rack so it can sit out there, and then I gotta run the gas piping so it hits these two appliances. Then I have to finish. This is one cabinet. I have the other one in pieces right here. Then in between these two, one cabinet will be sitting right here, and then the other cabinet will be sitting right here, probably closer to the wall, but the cabinet will be right here above the sink. So as far as under here is concerned, it's cosmetic, and I know it doesn't need to be covered, but I'm thinking about building some framework around here and putting an access panel right here to get to everything, so it'll be a nice flush cabinet area. And I'll probably do it right here. Oh yeah, I spilled primer. Yeah, that was me. I did that. But I'll build something to cover all of this up and have access to it in this area, and build some framework around here so I can have access to all the plumbing issues. I don't need to do it, it's fine the way it is, but then it also gives me, I'll put some cabinets on it, it gives me a way to, another little storage spot too, so that's probably why I'll do it too, just to keep everything nice and clean and up on off the ground. I kind of messed up my floor a little bit in a couple spots, but it's no biggie. I gotta put anti-fatigue mats all on the floor anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I just wanted a solid floor so I can wash the floor, disinfect and sanitize the floor in one big swoop and take everything out the door. So once I figure everything out as far as the cabinetry goes, and wiring and plumbing and gas, then I got to figure out how to nail these appliances down permanently. I think I'm going to tap in on the side and drill them into the wall. The stainless steel table isn't too much of an issue. The refrigerator is on wheels, and this has the stainless steel table and the fryer are on feet, so that's cool. They're not going to roll anywhere. So, and it should be kind of easy to nail down permanently. But another productive weekend. So what I'm going to do, I got some 1-hole straps that I'm gonna straighten those out. I want them to be nice and straight because the cabinet's going to go up here, and I'll probably put something to hide this area up here. That's my goal anyway, because I don't want it to just be out. So I'll probably put some crown molding or something when I put the ceiling up. Ceiling will probably be the very last thing. When I put the 12-volt ceiling fan up here, I'll probably have to make a box for it, and then when I put the ceiling up, you know, make it nice and neat. Then that's another thing I want to do. I'll probably put a nice LED strip light somewhere up in here just to make it a little bit more bright, and there's lights that actually go up in here too. But I'll get there when I get there.